Kindy Rockstars. Prepare for a treat, let's meet and greet some bands and singers that are super sweet, making music that's fun for boys and girls. Help them learn about this great big world. Fun for the family, yes it's true, your kids will love it and you will too. Clap and dance and sing aloud, become a part of the Kindy crowd. These songs will make you move your feet and give your ears a great big treat. So settle in, grab your guitars, and let's get to know our Kindy rock stars. Hello everyone, and welcome to Kindy Rockstars. This is the show that gives you the stories behind the songs from some of the best bands and singers that are making fun, informative, educational, catchy, and occasionally silly songs for children and families. I'm your host, Patrick Adams, and each episode of Kindy Rockstars will feature an artist and a featured song. So let's get to this week's show. My guests today are Ruthie and Ez from the Oot N Oots. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for having us, Patrick.
You got it. So tell me a little bit about yourselves and your band and what got you into Kindy music.
Okay. Well, we're family. This is my child. Still, I think I still can say that. My now 14-year-old child. And we're 2 members of a 5-member band, and the other 3 members are all my brothers.
Nice.
So we're a family who plays music for families, and we have always been musicians. My brother Gabriel and I used to be in a band, I guess, for grown-ups, I suppose. But it was always we always had a little bit of a feeling of responsibility for the kind of vibes we put out into the world. You know what I mean? Like there's always this feeling of like, you got to be raising the vibe and making the world a better place and expressing, of course, like, life is layered and textured and, to be human is to suffer and all of that. So, I mean, it wasn't like it was all, rainbows and unicorns, but certainly it wasn't like mainstream music ever, So it was pretty natural. It was pretty natural to sort of transition into making music for the whole family. And, so we started doing it actually in 2006 with a production company that was they wanted to make a cooking show for children. It was supposed to be children teaching children how to cook on screen. And so Ruth was just born. She was born in 2007. And I guess it must have been 2007 then, not 2006. And so we offered to make music for the show, which would have been like an on-stage puppet band, like Paul Schaefer and the orchestra, but like puppets, like on stage with the kids cooking, was the concept. And so we made our first album was like that's what it was. It was like made to order for this TV pilot that ended up going nowhere. But that was the origin of the band. And then
when I was like 8, our first show was the day after my 8th birthday. That's how I remember.
Yeah.
And you guys had like written a couple children's songs because Ari had some children recently, and he was feeling like kind of inspired by that. And we were like, well, why don't we play these? Because you guys had like a little show that you were doing, and let's get Ruthie to sing because Ruthie's a singer. I was a little kid singing all the time, and we just kind of evolved out of that, I think, into what we are.
Yeah, that's true. That's all true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask how old Ruthie was when you incorporated her into the band.
Well, the way I remember it, because you were just turned 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, the audience sang "Happy Birthday" to Ruth when she was on stage at her first.
I don't remember that.
So it was like a restaurant called the Minstrel Cafe, and 2 of my brothers and me were like, it was like a singer-songwriter kind of set with acoustic instruments. And at the end of the set, Ruthie had actually written songs herself. And so we invited Ruthie up to sing a few songs just at the very end of the set. And yeah, she was a cute kid and all that, but she's also stole the show because she can sing, and the audience was like, "What? That voice is coming out of that little person." And I think we did a cover. Probably we did a cover.
I think we did Starfish and Coffee.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
We did a cover of Prince's Starfish and Coffee.
yeah, and we did 2 original songs that Ruthie. Well, we had written together, but Ruthie was really the primary author of. And yeah, she stole the show, and that was it. We were off and running, so we just love playing music together as a family, and we just wanted to keep doing it and bring a little joy into the world. Yeah.
So where did the name the Oot N Oots come from?
That actually came from the producer of that TV show, because it's like why is bebop jazz called bebop? It's the same reason that we're called the Oot N Oots. It was just us being silly and scatting, basically, and it was like we were scatting Oot N Oot. That's the true story. It's not a great story, but that's really what it is. Yeah.
So do you have a specific audience? I've listened to some of your stuff, and I think it definitely, some of the songs have a very children's music feel, but others are a little more pop-like, and I think for a wider audience.
Yeah, well, it's just like good vibration music for everybody, Just we're just being silly and having fun making art together, as a family.
Yeah, as long as the vibes are good, and we're always keeping kids in mind, always. And kids are deep. These are sensitive, feeling, full human beings. They we try and I love all sorts of kids music and all sorts of music, and this is not to say that what we do is like better than anything else, but the way that we approach it is like some kids music is didactic, I think is the right word for it, and intentionally so. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, like that's okay. It's good to use music to teach and to explore the world and all that kind of stuff. And I guess occasionally our songs have like very didactic or strong messages, but we kind of try and approach it like a creation of art, an expression of the soul, a sharing of experience, and so on. And I suppose what makes it kids music rather than adults music is that we always try and model good values and good behavior through doing it, I suppose, is what makes it children's music. Yeah.
Gotcha. So one question, as I've been talking with people from other countries, because I think everybody experienced this a little bit differently during the pandemic. So in Canada, how was it for you guys, and what did you do during that time? Did you go online, or how did you kind of work through that?
We kind of just didn't do a lot.
We recorded an album. We
Yeah,
album.
we didn't do a lot of stuff. Like we just kind of just stopped performing.
Yeah.
We did like a little tiny bit online, but we just kind of just didn't. And just recorded, focused on that.
Yeah, this is Oot N Oots studio right here. We record everything other than the drums in this little room, and we just bring the whole studio upstairs into our living room to record the drums upstairs. And yeah, this Zoom camera and computer is like our music studio computer that we're on. Yeah, so, and we're all family, and we all live close to each other, so we just bubbled. We bubbled together. It was pretty nice. Yeah, we know a lot of people were lonelier than we were. We were very lucky to have each other.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
Now, with your brothers in the band, is there a potential for future band growth? More family members joining?
Ooh,
Possibly.
you never know. Well,
Elior's taking piano lessons.
Yeah. My nephew Akiva, he's going to appear in an upcoming
Music video.
And Eliora provided a little bit of backup vocals on the new album. She's got a little guest spot, and I think who's actually, we call her Ruthie's baby auntie.
She's my aunt who is a few years younger than me. Dad's sister.
Yeah, she wants singing lessons.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. So there you go. You never
There you
know.
go. Sounds like there's potential there.
Could be.
All right. Are you guys ready to get into a song?
Yeah.
This episode's song is called Once Upon a Dream. So Ruthie, let everyone know what inspired this song.
Sure. Well, this is a song that that we wrote at our friend's house, and it's a remote nature property. And just being there just, made me think about life in the big city and in the world and what we live for, and how sometimes when things are simple and out in nature, you can think these sort of like a little bit more clearly. And you can think about life in just a different way, not about your job or about going to school or about your friends, but about just the nature of existence and being alive. And yeah, I mean, like we said before, kids are deep, so this is, of all our songs, this is probably one that is like the least a kid's song. But you know what's funny? This is the one that the kids like the most. Isn't that funny? It's the one that the kids are like, oh, I love it when Ruthie sings about the tree, They get into it, they feel it. So they're, it just shows you that, it's nice to treat these kids like who they are, which is human beings. I mean, I remember being a little kid and thinking about God and life and asking big questions and feeling like I didn't know anything. And I think kids like that.
Yeah, kids don't like being spoken down to, They want to be treated like, a real human being all the time, and giving them art that they can enjoy, that, that they can enjoy like a human being, like all of us. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
So
yeah.
So it's
only
like
giving them credit for their musical tastes, for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And lyrical, thoughtfully, so yeah, this is probably like the least kids like songs that we've written, but we feel like it's like good, like healthy and good for kids to think it's like it's okay to not know. It's okay to have questions. It's okay to sort of embrace the mystery of life and get comfortable with the mystery of life, and that even the grown-ups around you, or the people that are like your teachers, and like as musicians, like we always look up to musicians and songwriters, like they have answers. We look to music and art for things. It's okay. It's to think like, oh, they don't know. Well, they don't know. They're just asking questions. They're not giving answers. Like, what's the answer? It's like, I don't know. So that's it. It's just the question.
Excellent. Love it. All right. Well, let's play the song. Here is Once Upon a Dream by the Oot N Oots.
Once upon a dream, a family lived a life of trial. They built a house beside a stream to carry wood and fish for a while. Up in the mountains far away, where not many families tend to go. The city's games they would not play, the city's rules they did not know. Up in the mountains far away, where not many families tend to go. They built a house where they could stay, to hear the stream and feel the wind blow. Once upon a dream, the stars, sang songs of longing and desire, pondered Pleiades and Mars. Where are we going? Where have we been? What are we doing here at all? Once upon a Once upon a Once upon a
That was Once Upon a Dream by the Oot N Oots. All right, so tell everyone where they can stream and download that song and where they can find you guys on social media.
Yeah, well, you can listen to it pretty much most of the places that I think are on the internet
All of
that you
them.
can listen to music on. All of them.
All the places.
All the places. And on most of the social medias, we are at Oot N Oots. OOTNOOTS.
Yep.
Excellent. All right. Thank you both so much for being on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much, Patrick. It's our pleasure.